back? Are we back? Alright. Dang. Music did get loud, didn't it? Let me fix it. Ooh. Ooh. No idea. It's just moving on its own. Okay. That was weird. That was blue screen error. Yay! Be able to hear me now. Okay, thank you, Meows. Sorry, guys, 1 second. This sucks. Well, hopefully the stream does not crash again. You can't hear me at all? I mean, I wasn't talking for a minute there. Anyways. Okay. I was like, I don't buy the sip emote. I was like, I don't buy it. Anyways, fingers crossed it doesn't happen again. I uninstalled something right when I restarted. If it happens again, I'm just gonna have to kill the stream for the night and do a bunch of troubleshooting. Yay! Yay. Yay. Not fun. So frustrating. Waybide, thank you for the 6 months. Easy the Fiend, thank you for the 17 months. Obi-Wan, 18, thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back. Thanks so much, you guys. I appreciate it. It's all normal. Carry on. True Grande, thank you for the Prime. What's up? Welcome. I've actually not been doing yoga. I've just been, you know, attempting to sit more straight. Actually, from not sleeping in my bed, my shoulder hurts. Grandpa Steve is at the door. Where's my granddaughter's salts?
Apple today.
Well, now that crash is over. Should we play some games? Yeah, I sleep on my shoulder too, so it doesn't help. On a scale of 1 to Flamingo, how much did you miss us? I ended up at a place called the Flamingo, so just, you know, speaks for itself. I don't use slobs, so I don't know. Make sure the Tamagotchi's still in the box just in case. I do not DJ on stream, no. Too many problems with that. Face off? Yeah. Sam. All right, you guys are not answering me, so we're going to play Skiddo. Not leaving it to you guys. Thank you. This is Wormy Sanders. Boom. All right. Let's do this. Let's play some Skiddo. Reactions? Wait, we had a choice between the game? Let's just... Option 3. Just stare awkwardly at each other? Yes, I killed a butterfly. It was glorious. It was glorious. I beat her and I beat the long swordsman. Let me get some things out of my system since you were gone. Hot dog for Carby. Flamingo. I missed Sissy Gray Valley Girl voice. Oh my god. What kind of ice cream, Corby? All right, I'll do a poll. Maybe. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see something. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Grandpa Steve. I did not beat Outlast. You know why? What happened? I picked Sekiro back up. You guys want to do reactions? Really? Okay, let's do reactions for a little bit. You know what? I have some stuff. We're going to just go through the Discord channel because you guys post a lot of stuff there. I'm gonna try that. But you guys voted for. They beat the mods beat me to the poll. Reading my mind. Yeah, so you guys don't post any stuff now just because I said that, please. Burr, there you are. Thank you for the squirrel mug. I clipped it. Don't go posting stuff now. Actually, I'm gonna just lock the channel so nobody starts posting stuff now. And just for future, if I continue to do this, like, I locked it. Okay. I'll unlock this later, but you know, like for future references, any music stuff will have to get skipped for obvious reasons. A sticker? No, it was just a squirrel mug. I should double check. Nope. No sticker. All right, how far back? I'm gonna see how far back I should go. Let me look. Tacos? I'm just gonna go like mid. I know I'm not gonna open all of these, obviously. I'm just kind of quickly scrolling. Too many trailers. I can't open those. Gremlins. All right, what's this? Whoa. I'm doing I'm going through a specific channel on Discord. Trouble in waiting. All right, let me just wrong one. Damn it. Sorry. Wrong again. Wrong again. Oh, look at that. That's what I had up. But no, you guys wanted reactions. Where'd it go? No. Yes. Alright, that's better. Full of normies. We let normies vote and they don't even want Sekiro. That's man. Here, I'm just gonna leave it like this. It's gonna look better. Maybe nah, it doesn't. I changed my mind. Ugh. Ooh. Ooh. All right, let's stick with this. Let me see when I go full screen what happens. No, it's worse. Okay. 3 hours later. I had no idea what was going on last night. Local hero.
10歳ぐらいからだから散歩を始めて13年ぐらいになるのかな。いや最初はねこいつでね今 3パターンなんだよね。最初のコースが何年か回ってて今度は自分で違うコースに行って最近はこの商店街自分で選んで向こう行くようになって。いやこれ本当歩く時は1キロ以上歩くからね。今のコースを2回あと戻ってきてこう反対に突き当たって戻ってきて1周なんだからそれを2周やったら
Look at his party hat! Oh, look at his little baby!
この家に乗ってたんだよ。これなんて一生かけて大きくなるのかと思ったら成長期があって10年過ぎたらボンボン大きくなっちゃった、ね、ちょっとこいつが大きくなるタイプなのか普通より大きくなるみたいなっちゃったみたいなことだね。ただ完全に俺より長生きするから後継者もいけねえと思って誰かがね買ってあげるよって言ってくれりゃいいけど
It's his walking hat.
あと10年ぐらいだから俺だって散歩付き合えるのは
僕の名前はボンちゃん。東京でお会いしましょう。
Hey, when I go back to Tokyo, I am meeting Bon-chan. We are meeting Bon-chan. Okay, this wasn't on Discord, but I can't not click on this right here. Oh, it's an hour. No. Give me that orangutan.
Friends.
Generally, not
Developed in
is
affectionate way.
of being alone will kill them.
Large doses of the stress hormone cortisol can be a serious problem for rhinos.
Fix my title. Oops. Okay, we got, they lied to me. 13 insane ghosts from 13 ghost movies explained. I feel like this is going to be long. Let me see.
the Black Zodiac, which was a dark reversal of the The Black Zodiac is past.
I don't like this guy's voice, sorry. No. This, not this. Why? You're so creepy. No, trailer. This is an actual series, so we're not gonna put that on. Trailer. Okay, I'll watch game trailers though. No.
Your prayers do not fall on death.
Why does it say 1 year ago? This isn't right. 1 month ago. Here.
Your prayers do not fall on deaf ears. Just now, they are being heard. There is justice within the light, but you have to be patient. Now, pray with me. May Akarat guide and protect me.
May Akarat guide and protect me.
May he shepherd my soul
May he shepherd my soul.
and grant it mercy.
And grant it mercy.
Just gotta slit his
What
throat.
are you doing here? This is not the time.
But this is confession. And I
No.
sinned. I was a thief who stole from those
Wow.
more fortunate. I strayed from your light and
It's
found
Grandpa
my
Steve.
trade in the shadows. They call it murder. I say, job well done. I am a thief, a heretic, a murderer, Father. Will Akarat save me?
You
He's-
mock our light. But those monsters were a scourge upon my flock. And you were the answer to their prayers.
Tyson vibes.
Then we are settled. And you owe me.
The name you seek is...
Lend me an ear.
Thank the heavens for you.
Heavens. I assure you, Father, the heavens didn't send me.
Yeah, it's the trailer for Diablo 4. At least she can't die while she... Burn. Oh, yes. Okay, I want to see more gameplay. The trailer was cool. There's a different cinematic trailer for it as well. This is the one that came out last month that they posted on their Twitter too. Gonna need a new ear cabinet. Okay, what else? Arcade collection. What's this? Oh, The Last of Us. Here, we might get, this might be safe for stream. For the music, let's see. Last of Us series trailer concept.
Tell me.
Whoa!
Lost my daughter too. On my watch.
Oh, that was good. That framing was great. It's a concept trailer.
Ellie, right? Yeah. What brings you through here?
What is this?
That's kind of a long story.
I mean,
Back
what
in
are
Boston,
where are they getting the
back when I was
footage?
bitten,
Yeah, clips from different movies, I guess.
I wasn't alone.
This is really well done, dude.
The growth inside her is somehow mutated.
The place is southwest of here.
It's why she's immune.
This
Once
is
they remove it, they'll be able to reverse engineer a vaccine.
Find someone.
it's I'm Legend scenes.
There is no one else.
Rise with us. When you're lost in the darkness,
I will fucking lay you out.
look for the light.
Look for the light.
Believe in the fireflies.
No, it's a concept trailer. It just means that basically, yeah, it's a fake trailer. Yeah, that was really well done. That was cool. Now it makes me want to see that version. Ghost of Tsushima, Dark Samurai Combat Brutal Kills, Volume 4. What is this? Ghost is getting a live action film? What? Needs better lighting.
He made you soft. Then why are you out of breath?
It's weird. It's weird hearing this in English. And there it goes. Sorry, music. Don't trust it. Wah, wah, wah. Real Samurai Expert reviews. Ooh, this is cool.
There's no dishonorable way. Just kill him. My name is Daniel T. Ebihara. I'm head of the Kenzen Institute, where we teach Japanese martial arts, mainly the sword fighting, Kendo and Iaido. In Japan, if you know Kendo, it's the most highly respected martial arts because of the samurai. My father's company in lunchtime, they practice Kendo. That's the reason when I was a little kids, I've been watching these things, but I never realized I will do Kendo. We fight even if it's necessary, but we do not look for fighting all the time.
What if I watch a YouTube guy? This is so honorable.
Yourself.
Who will fight?
The costume is wrong. 13th century samurai was wearing sword upside down. If it's before come to the Edo period, main weapon beginning was called nagamaki. Actually, sword on a stick, very long. This is like Edo period samurai. Usually, when the two samurai meets, we will not get into the combat right away. It's more likely observing opponents and feeling of his feeling. The good samurai style is called Hasso no Kamae. It's called the readiness, and that is a good Hasso no Kamae.
Huh.
Well, since these two, for 2 or 3, they are banded, looks like. So can use any kind of tactics to destroy this bandit. And also, he's alone and the bandit is many. There's no dishonorable way. Just kill him, you know?
That's what they had at the beginning of the video.
There's two kinds of archery. This bow is a half side. Usually, in this kind of ambush work, is very effective. Looks like both samurai. They're both wearing armor, so that means both are samurai. When the samurai has a rank, and one is fully dressed with the armor, usually high-rank samurai. Lower-class samurai will defendedly fight for him. It's not one against one kind of situation. But this is strictly a
Hades looks dope. I never played it.
Finish opponents if the opponent is wearing armor. Armor is the same metal, but it is very difficult to cut through. There he has to use all might with 2 hands, and this is and he has to use all muscles on the arm and waist. Yeah, this stance is very realistic. It's too much using force. If he's a real swordman, good one, will not move that much.
Stop moving, man.
Body, more graciously moving. This is too powerful. Well, Japanese sword is very sharp, and some swords are called There's no bone in human body.
The name of the video is Real Samurai Expert Reviews Combat and Ghost of Tsushima Professionals Play.
It
Long
cuts
title.
like a tofu, so it
It cuts like
don't
tofu.
need that much power to cut through. Depending on the opponent, if he's wearing opponent is wearing full armor, it is necessary to do this kind of movement. But opponent is not wearing full armor, it's too much. His footwork is very good.
His footwork. I like that.
So far, other side is wearing a helmet, the other side is not. But they are both wearing a combat called yoroi. Yoroi means armor. So this part's pretty good. Kamae is the first form of defense and attack. It cuts the other side with armor and all. Okay, so that sounds very good. I think it's very good. Ancient sword fighting with the armor, that's the way to fight. You have to cut through the armor. It has to be very powerfully done. And that part is very well done, very good. Well, I don't do video game, so I don't know much about it, but in any case, yeah, this could be very good.
All right. Yeah, it was Ghost of Tsushima. What's this?
My worst wipeout. That's no fun. There was supposed to be...
In this film, we dive deep into the life of big wave surf photographer Dom Mosquera. Spending his youth as a vagabond, Dom sailed his way to Tahiti and never left, living in proximity to one of the world's biggest, most dangerous waves. He risks his life and limb in pursuit of the perfect photograph of world-class surfers riding the world's most dangerous wave. Okay, let's check this out.
Huge toe swell, which is pretty much one of the biggest swells that you can anticipate. My worst wipeout. That's no fun. There was supposed to be a huge toe swell, which is pretty much one of the biggest swells that you can anticipate.
Toe swell?
I'm swimming in a pretty critical spot because you have to be in the barrel with the rider.
Toe swell?
When you're in the water, you can't see it coming. So I turned around and somehow that sinking feeling was just the worst thing ever because it was a 10 to 12 foot wave, top to bottom. And it was coming at me. I just dove straight to the bottom, kicked as hard as I could. And I was super lucky. I was like, oh my God, I've actually made it underneath this thing. And I'm swimming and I'm swimming. I'm like, God, there shouldn't be this much water. Like, what's happening here? You know? And suddenly I'm swimming, and I got that sinking feeling, like literally arm's length from the surface. I was like, oh no. It just grabbed me by the feet pretty much and sucked me straight down into the reef. Smash the reef. Okay, push off. And at this point, I am out of air. Okay, this is a very bad situation. I could drown here. So I start really panicking, and I'm like, okay, stay calm, Dom, stay calm. But in the back of your head, it's like, I need air now.
There's too much water in this ocean.
Again, I'm like, there shouldn't be this much water on top of me. This is Chobo. Like, what in the is going on here? And I stuck one arm out of the water, and I was like, oh no. Because at that point, I knew that I'd swam into the lip of the second wave. So only my arm came out, and I got lucky enough to stick my head out, take a breath, and then I was going over with the lip of the second one. Which is the worst thing you can do. So I took one breath, got the beating just as violent, if not worse, all over again. Came up, and there's so much white cloud that you're trying to breathe, but you're sucking in foam at the same time, and then the next one hits you. And the next one, and the worst part about that is that Chopo, the way the mechanics works, is going to push you further and further away from the channel into another wave called the right. And that's every bit of the angriest wave you've ever seen, because it's like Chopo, top to bottom, and it breaks on dry reef.
Oh!
So the water's drawing up behind me. I'm standing on the reef, and I'm watching this monster come at me, and I was like, oh no, if this thing lands on me, I'm dead.
I'm getting cold. Chopo. Let me do some shout outs before we get into this. I'm gonna get a blanket or something. Ginger Sucks, thank you for the Prime. Lucky Rashes, thank you for the 300 biddies. Have a good one. Unique Katie, thank you for the 5 months. Welcome back. Zetsukasu, thank you for the gifted sub. Seok, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Gabe Unsupervised, thank you for the tier 1. Double Tracks, what's up? Thank you for the 4 months. The Beans 682, thank you for the Prime. Sayori, thank you for the 4 months. Sandman, thank you for the 16 months. 5 Toasty, thank you for the gifted sub. Shoe Grande, thank you for the Prime. Waybide, thank you for the 6 months. Easy the Fiend, I think I said thank you, but thank you again. 66 Jake, thank you for the Prime. Thanks so much, you guys. I appreciate it. Toastwall refers to a wave large enough that you have to be towed into it by Jessica. What the hell? Get long meows? That's a great idea. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Oops. Long meows. All right. What was I doing? I feel like I had something to say, but I spaced. So let's check this video out.
I think what first really got deep-seated in me, the love of the ocean, was obviously seeing these things from Jacques Cousteau and
wow.
the kind of the mystique that it carries. You know, it's the creatures within it that are kind of ominous looking. It's the quiet that you get when you're out there, especially on your own, or it just has this appeal to me that is something that has always kind of been a calm for me, that offers me an odd calm in that chaos, especially when it comes to waves. yeah, the waves are dynamic and they're breaking and they're loud, but I don't know, it allows me to be in the moment and quiet.
World life.
Within my own head, because if not, my wheels are spinning, and I'm one of these people. It's like if I have a second to myself, you'll see me pacing around the room, like I'm annoying in that way. So it gives me a moment of just hyper presence, of just this is where I am, and this is and nothing else.
So he cannot sit still, is what he's saying.
I know that sounds like a bit of a cliche, but I've loved that ever since I was really little. I used to go out and sit on the beach by myself, just to listen to the quiet. And same thing sailing. That's nothing more that I love than being on the boat on watch by myself in the middle of the ocean. You hear nothing, and just the abyss below you, the expansive views. I don't know, all of that really, you know. And I've always, the creatures in the ocean have always fascinated me.
Hello!
A beautiful image to me, ideally is something that has longevity. You know, that doesn't lose that I want to keep looking at this kind of over time. Because there's a lot of images that, the awe factors of that thing is incredible. How and where was this taken? I think a beautiful image needs those things. But I think it needs to speak more also on a different level why you want to keep looking at it. And it speaks to the person viewing it, right? So it creates a questioning process within them. And something that it creates an emotion, ideally, that moves them. And that, to me, is a beautiful image makes people stop and be like, what and where is that? And evokes some sort of emotion.
Nope. Nope. Wow, that looks far enough away, yes. Nope.
Teahupo, the village at the end of the road. It's amazing because somehow it's managed to stay in and of itself a little village. You get to the end of the road, it's called that for a reason because the main road stops right there. You have to walk over a bridge, and that's where all the local families are still living. The many generations of families are still there, still have a stronghold on that whole
as loud as it will go.
As soon as you get out of the car, even at the car park, and you start walking over that bridge and into looking back at those mountains, you can't help but feel the presence of something. I'd like to say otherworldly, but it's very worldly. It's almost like that you can feel the world around you, right?
That looks insane.
And especially when you're out in the wave and the wave's breaking and you're looking back at the immense expanse of these, it almost looks like Land of the Lost.
Insane.
You know? So you can definitely feel that amount of something very special and intense is happening here on a constant basis. What keeps drawing me back to Chopo is just the savage beauty of it, really. Because as I was, it is that ultimate teacher, right? Because it will teach you the best and the worst lessons. And the thing about it is I'm so passionate about wanting to be there for every swell. I haven't missed one, really, any significant swell in the last 10 years. It's one of these things that gets in your head, and you know, it's like anything else, I suppose, that you get obsessed with something, and then dog with a really, really alluring bone.
Giving a dog a bone. Giving a dog a bone.
Chopo is probably the scariest wave in the world, just because it breaks on such shallow, sharp reef. And it's such a heavy pound for pound. I don't think there's a heavy.
Look at that case first camera.
The reason that I love doing this particular type of photography, especially at this wave, and I only travel to certain locations on the planet where there are kind of waves of consequence, as they're called, because it gives me that calm and that hyper focus, because you need to be aware of so many things at once, right? Where you gotta learn how to position yourself within this huge vortex of a wave that will and can kill you. Because it comes out of deep water, it's not like a regular wave that peaks and then folds over and breaks. It's just the whole ocean folding in on itself. And those big waves are just the hollowest, angriest wave you've seen ever. And it's breaking on shallow reef. The sound of it hitting the reef, it sounds like you're cracking the loudest, scariest whip. so it brings all these elements together where you just have to be so hyper aware that you're no longer thinking of anything else. And it's an odd intelligence of its own, you know, because your brain starts clicking into these things that like it becomes like muscle memory to a certain extent of, okay, I know exactly what that wave's doing, and the lip did this weird little thing, I know exactly what that's going to do. And then because you're in the wave and in the water, you can read the wave face a little bit like Braille, and you put it all together and you know where to sit and how to sit, and the rider will be doing this, so I need to be in this position, not to be in his way, but to get the best angle and the best
Spit.
And so it's a lot of these little things that you just start clicking. You don't even have to think about them anymore, but there's so much happening that your brain just kind of focuses in, and you're no longer.
Rad.
Yeah, I swim no matter what. Big, small, tiny, whatever it is. But on the huge days, I'm swimming anyway. On the huge tow days, I'm still swimming. The thing that draws me the most to that is that I'm actually participating in creating an image, right? Because it's both the rider is doing something unique within the wave, because every wave is unique. The way that he rides it, I'm trying to put that and put it in the forefront of how good he is as a rider. At the same time, trying to display how
He does sound like
I'm
Soda.
is
He kind of
create
does.
that image. So it takes the wave, the rider, and myself to put it all together and create these things. So it's stressful, but it's also what draws me to doing this, right? Because it's the adrenaline, the excitement of seeing these guys pretty much battling these huge mutant angry things. We call them the black ones, right? Because the whole wave goes black pretty much. It's just that. So and just the whole environment of everyone screaming once the guy gets spat out of the barrel, and all the boats there. And I'm trying to survive and trying to frame it and get the right angle that you want. All these things happening at the same time makes it for super exciting, amazing. There's no better feeling in the world for me these days, work-wise, when the wave and everything comes together, right? It's just a beautiful, scary-looking wave. The rider in it usually standing tall, almost looking too calm. You know?
Yeah, looking
And
too
then all these
calm.
things come together. You feel like
You
I was in
think?
the right position, like I'm adding to the image, and you look down, and you look at it in your camera, and you're like, "That's the one." That's the one I was waiting for. And then after that, it's just a nanotone.
I'm drinking water. Yeah, no thanks. I mean, that's really cool. Mad respect to him, but I'm not a surfer. That's kind of stuff that nightmares are made out of. When I was young though, I always thought I would grow up and surf when I was older. You know, like all of the things you think when I'm older, I will do. Surfing was one of those things I always thought I would do on my own. I only did it once. It's a lifestyle, you know. I feel like it's much easier when you start younger, like many things. But if I were to surf again, it would not be like this. It would be, you know, nothing that rolls over on itself. Every time we talk about surfing, Point Break comes up. But Big Wednesday is the better movie. Point Break is good. It's entertaining. But Big Wednesday is the classic. All right, where are we at? Let me go back. That was cool, though. That was really cool. What is this? Sorry, I hear music. Yeah, I mean, it's his music. It's not somebody else's music. Not gonna take the chance. Sorry. Cape in LA. The normies voted for reactions, Road Jogger. Can I say? I don't know it. Nope. Music. Sorry. No. Ooh, we like this. We like this.
Are you tired of
Never leave things up to chat. 15-minute video. I don't really feel like watching a 15-minute video on cable management because these are the things that I always do off stream. And it's going to remind me of the things that I need to do off stream, and then I'm going to be frustrated and overthinking that. We just watched a whole documentary. Dude, that was 6 minutes. What kind of documentaries do you watch that are 6 minutes? That was a YouTube video. It's not a documentary. Selfish, thank you for the Prime. What's up? Welcome. No, Gary Busey is in Big Wednesday. Documini. I am
to plug in a
kind of
USB
curious
stick?
though.
Do you hate that mess of cables under your desk? Are you sick of
What's up, Biggs?
hard-to-use phone charging cables? Meet the LTT Clean Desk V2. It's our meanest, cleanest desk setup yet, and it was completely scratch-built for the ultimate in cable management perfection. Thank you, LG, for sponsoring this video, and now, why don't we all take a closer look at what you guys paid us to build. Isn't its most interesting candidate ergo panels
Bored.
not all
Sorry.
of the material. This was
I
to
like
make
his
sure that
videos,
when we
but
went back, the bearing rides along a template. Well, there you could go as tall as the
This is just
components
making me
on
think
the
of
hub.
everything I need to do that
We used
I'd
a
never have
drill
enough time to
remove
do.
the majority of the wood, then a hammer and chisel to
What's
open
up,
it up the
JC?
rest of the way with frequent test fits and clearance checks until the hub fit correctly. Then
Okay.
the faceplate that came with the hub was trimmed down and an inlay was cut so that it would be flush mounted. Some more cuts were made so the cables could clear the legs and fit into the channels. Next up was making the pass-through holes in the leg for our cables. One in the top, drilled out with a step-down bit and then filed until it was big.
Are you
and
pro or
smooth enough to pass our
anti-beard?
cables through. Then for the bottom,
I
same
am
procedure, just
both.
a lot wider to make grabbing
It depends
the
who
cables
wears
easier.
it.
To smooth the table for
Depends
final
who
assembly,
wears it.
we started with 120 grit sandpaper to knock down all the sharp edges on the table and round the corners a bit.
I did not go on vacation. I was out of town for a funeral.
Then after a wipe down with a damp cloth,
My
the
vacation
table was
starts
sprayed with
at the
its
end of this
first few
week.
coats of satin clear varnish. These coats need to dry for about 24 hours.
He can
after
rock
which
the-
you'll
he
notice
looks good with the
wood
beard.
grain becomes more pronounced or it tends to pop out a little bit more. This is called grain rise, and it happens when the wood swells a bit from the varnish.
LT's beard.
All you need to do to fix it is lightly sand the top with 320 or 400 grit till it's smooth again, and after that, give it another wipe down with a damp cloth to get rid of all the leftover dust, spray another couple coats of varnish, let it dry overnight, and come back to admire your wood in the morning.
It looks a
Now that the
little,
table is done,
his eyes
all
are a
that
little
remains is
glassy in
to
this video, huh?
See if it functions as advertised. This is actually my first time being close up with it. First order of business, I guess, is to take advantage of, the main benefit of the approach we took here. So this is sick. The only area where there's any cables visible on the desk. Okay, there's a small wraparound at the back where the monitor arm comes down. Then it goes into our built-in cable channel. Then there's an umbilical cord that comes out here along with the, there you go, power brick for the monitor. And that's it. Those are hidden off next to your, super sexy, clean looking PC. And the entire bottom of the desk is unobstructed. So mission accomplished as far as
Mevin.
that goes. Obviously, using a hub instead of dedicated runs for each of these USB ports means that you are limited to the maximum speed of the single tether connection that goes back to the main computer. But given that this is just for like, you know, front peripherals or whatever, realistically, I don't think you're gonna wanna plug in too many high-speed devices at the same time. So this is a Type-C Steam library drive. I'm just gonna pop in there and well, see if it works, I guess. What a wonderful question. Yes, I can turn the brightness down. Sorry, we need to turn it down for the camera, but for your eyes, you might want it pretty bright. It does 350 nits peak brightness, and it is HDR10 compatible, so if you have an HDR signal coming into it, that will work. Is that better, Brandon? Theoretically, this should be fast enough for me to use as a game library here, so let's go ahead and add another library in Steam. Monitor's got speakers. One moment, please. Just turn those off. They're loud. There we go. So we're running off there just fine. If we had a lot of high-speed stuff plugged in, it could be a problem, but if it's just like a, you know, a USB key and then something like this for your Steam library, I don't expect it to be an issue. Am I in a real match right now? That's fine, I can win this. This isn't the fastest panel that I've seen. LG advertises a 5 millisecond great array response time, so it's not exactly like the ultimate gaming monitor, but the colors look great. Ah, no, come on. Why is this game so hard? This is cool though, check this out. If I'm like, oh yeah, time to go more immersive, look at that. We actually did a video recently where we took a gigantic TV, also from LG, and then surveyed our staff to see what viewing distance they felt was optimal. And what we discovered was that depending on the type of content, people actually felt pretty differently about viewing distance. Got all of them adjustments. Oh yeah, so if I'm like, you know what? This is how I want a game right now. Oh, it's not gonna make me good at it, but it's definitely sweet. I could blame it on the keyboard and mouse, but we all know that's not what's happening here. We can just, you know, figure out more of the ways that I can appreciate how hard I'm getting owned right now. So if you wanna have more of like a top-down viewing experience, that's totally cool too. It's like, whatever's ergonomic for you. There's actually a ton of range of movement here. Ultimately,
Posture
if you're doing
check.
something else entirely, you can just like have a movie on, like over there, just kind of out of the way. I like this. This is sweet. What do you think, Brandon? Traditional monitor arms? Lame? Yeah, pretty much.
I do like the
This
swivels,
looks so
can't
much
lie.
better. It takes up no space on my desk, so I can be like, you know what? Screw this game, because I'm terrible at it. Put all this stuff away, and I'm gonna get up to something else entirely here. Yeah, thanks for nothing, Rocket League. Like, obviously monitor arms existed already, but this is just a less
I like
wasteful
that.
approach. Why bother buying a junky arm that you're not gonna use, that's gonna have to sit on your desk and just go in a closet somewhere, when you could just
But
have it come with the right thing.
that desk
Great.
is not very deep.
Love it. Sorry, team. Hey, I blew up
So-
one of the bad guys, though. Well, maybe we're the bad guys.
Think about that.
Really bad. Man, I remember when 30-inch monitors were like crazy, crazy expensive, and you know, no one had them because it was like, ah, that's totally unnecessary. Now it's like, yeah, 30-inch, this is a good size. 30-inch 4K is not only big, it's also sharp enough that no matter what distance you are from it, it doesn't have any kind of noticeable pixelation or screen door effect. Let's fire up like a Premiere project.
It's
yeah,
like
of course,
you.
You're at the native resolution if you want to work with like high-res video content. The Ergo also offers 95% coverage of the DCI-P3 color space, so it's perfect for something like photo editing or video editing, as long as you're not expecting to master HDR content. And of course, we could just watch movies. Oh, I'm gonna switch it into HDR mode, actually. Oh, wow. Well, the HDR-ness is definitely kicking in here. We just really did not do a great job of mastering this video. The term for that, according to the kids, is big yikes.
Big oofliness.
But the monitor is working as we expected. In conclusion, I think we achieved what we set out to do, which is absolutely no visible
Watch
cables
us
from a
15
user
minutes.
perspective and nothing to
No, I
interfere with
skipped
your feet when you're
a
sitting
good
at
part
your
of it.
desk. But I do think there are things
I
that
have
we
no
can do to
idea,
even
Webb.
take
I have
this
no
to
idea
another
what that
level.
was.
Maybe drilling out the bottom of the Ergo stand so that the cables can go right down into our table with the integrated, you know, cable management channel, or maybe integrating one of Logitech's PowerPlay mouse pads like into the desk or something, so that You never have to charge your mouse. But that's a project for another day. For now, if you guys enjoyed this video,
I feel he would have to know exactly. I would feel so limited with that. It's cool, but that's the Faye Hepworth. Thank you for the 4 months. Welcome back. Matsus RX, thank you for the Prime. Nikki Gato, thank you for the 17 months. Welcome back. Thank you so much, you guys. All right, what's this? Owl Kitty. Geralt water for sale. Blood, gore, and violence.
You again, stranger. Do you tire of the hunt? I think not. So, do we have an accord? Then you
Wow,
will
it looks
face the beasts again.
Sorry, I have to skip trailer, like movie trailers, because DMCA stuff. Yes, Nav! Okay, you guys know one of my favorite instruments. Maybe you don't know. One of my favorite instruments. Right here.
Welcome back to World Drum Club. I'm Kalani, and in this video we're going to be looking at a instrument from Brazil, also from Africa in an earlier iteration. This is the
cuica,
sometimes referred to as the monkey drum, because obviously it looks a lot like a robot monkey. No, it's the sound, of course. And this is an interesting instrument. I'm going to be showing you how it works, but let's just listen to it again. It is a drum, but it's a friction drum, so we don't strike it. Most percussion instruments are struck, but some are scraped, rubbed, pressed, slapped. Even the whistles that we use are technically in the percussion category.
Cuica solo.
Okay, so what in the heck is going on inside this?
I love this instrument because it's like, it is present in so many different genres of music that I love. The first thing that I think of is like funk music, but you also hear it in some salsa and Latin as well, but I love it.
No, I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be to a drum, but I'll show you some close-ups. I can show you in the side camera here. There's a little stick.
I have one, and I showed it to you guys on stream before. I got one for fun, but it's way too high up on that shelf right now, so I'm not getting it.
Inside, and the stick is connected to the drum head. This one is a synthetic head, and it's got a plastic tip. Now, usually the head will be an animal skin, and
when the drummer forgets
the skin is wrapped around
drumsticks, the Cuica's born.
The stick, which has a little ball in the end. So you can actually look up some videos on how Cuicas are made. In this video, we're going to just look at how to basically get the sound out of it. So this is the Cuica. This is a 8-inch aluminum. A lot of them are brass. They are made from other materials. Like I said, this is a mylar or plastic head. There are lots of Cuicas with much thinner animal skin heads. Sticks are wood, pretty much for the most part. And what I'm using to rub the stick
Wet sponge.
is a damp microfiber cloth.
Not a sponge. I use the sponge.
And I like this microfiber. It's it doesn't really break down much. You can use just about anything, even a paper towel, but that's going to obviously disintegrate. You want it damp. It doesn't have to be sopping wet, but just damp. And then you're going to basically just wrap the cloth around the stick. Here, I'll show you in the side camera. So you're going to take the cloth and just wrap it once around the stick. And then I'm playing very close to the head. Almost, well, basically touching the head and moving back and forth just about an inch or so, a couple centimeters. And then with my other hand,
Farrah.
I'm also bracing the Cuica against my body with my...
I'm embracing the Cuica against my body.
And the outside hand is also applying pressure to the head right next to where the stick is attached to the head. And that's how I change the pitch. So as I rub, if I just rub it open and the light pressure, I get that sound. If I grab the stick a little more firmly, I can get a little crankier sound, a little lower pitch. And then if I
rub really?
the stick and press in on the head, I'm getting harmonics and pitch changes. And depending on how you press the head and where your finger is and all these little details, you can get lots of vocabulary, lots of variety out of the Cuica. And I'm no expert Cuica player, but I can certainly demonstrate it.
I don't like how he stares into my eyes.
Okay, so that's a little introduction
His
into
facial
the Cuica.
expressions.
If you're gonna buy a Cuica, if you want to get a Cuica to play, I recommend a 6, 8 inch. 10's getting a little bit big, but they are available. There's some Cuicas with different design features like horns on them, and they're used in samba. Also, smaller ensembles, more indoor, indoor and outdoor. Let's call it.
Where's Ice Cold? Seriously.
But it's a really fun instrument, and it's used in Brazil. So Google Cuica, Cuica, and enjoy learning about this kind of fun monkey drum. All right, you guys, before you go, get your World Drum Club swag by clicking some of the links below. Of course, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe now by clicking the link and become a supporter of World Drum Club over at patreon.com for less than a fancy cup of coffee per month. You can help support this channel and help support all of our drum brothers and sisters all around the world who love and enjoy and love sharing the art of music and drumming. Thanks for watching. I'm Kalani. I'll see you in the next video.
DMCA. The best.
A bowl of ramen is made of 6 things. Noodles.
Oh, here we go. Who? Why? Food. Now I'm gonna get hungry. Yeah, I'm never gonna be able to play it again without laughing. That is true. I bought a Cuica years ago. And it is really much more, it's really difficult to like, to change the pitch and to get it to sound right. To really like make any movement within the music, within the sound itself. It's not easy. I only got it because I love it. And it was good for parties, and I got a samba whistle too. Yep. Yeah, because you didn't use the cloth. I kind of want to save this food one for a little bit later.
You're gonna interrupt watching this run
A cuica seems like an instrument that lends itself to more sampling and sequencing. It does. Like you hear it all over, not just Brazilian funk, but funk and hip hop. Like because it's been used in funk here, then you've heard it like in hip hop. It is one of the most heavily sampled instruments.
this better be worth clicking.
It was pixelated? Was that pixelated? Was it pixelated? Ah! It's an eye! It's an eye! It's an eye! Oh my god! It's a freaking eye. Prove it. You want to see it again. Dude, that's so wrong. That's so wrong. That was good. It was a dude's dome on the side, and then he's wearing glasses, and it's his eyeball. What is this? Hold on. Whoa. Nah, I'm not gonna watch this one. Music, no. Doom VR trailer. Is it pixelated? Is it pixelated? The link of the video was streamer sees his life flash before his eyes. Ow, that was loud. The Quika deserved it. I mean, cool, but I'm definitely not. Oh, wait. Not gonna be playing VR. Renting a car in Greece.
You guys in Greece. There's things you guys
in Greece do that's different, like car rentals. I was in Naxos. Love Naxos. Beautiful. I needed a rental car. In America, you call 1-800-BUDGET. Give your name, driver's license, insurance. When are you picking up the car? When are you dropping off the car? Thank you for choosing budget. I was at a Xenodοχείο in Naxos. Kyrio Michali, Mr. Michael, the owner. I go, Kyrie Michali, I'd like to rent a car. Okay. Who do I call? Me. Okay. When do you want the car? Avril, tomorrow? Daxi. What time? 10? Reserved. Wow. So what happens? 10 o'clock the next day, the car's out front. I got my license, my insurance, I'm ready to go. I see this guy. This guy shows up, cigarette in his mouth. Tsarukas? Yeah. Car. Okay. I go, you want to see my driver's license? This is what this guy does. Odigas, vlepo, odigas. You drive. You drive.
I already knew it.
You drive it, Doxy. I know you drive. You're from America, you drive. Now, when Greeks don't want to answer your question, they ask you a question. I go, when should I bring the car back? When do you want to bring the car back? No, erotawa sena. When do you want to bring it back? Well, whatever. I go, hold on. So you don't want my driver's license? No. You don't want my insurance? No. And you don't care when I bring the car back? No. I go, what if I take off with the car? And he looks at me and he goes, where are you going to go? It's an island.
With that voice.
Budapas, Nisine. Wherever you go, we're going to find you.
Wherever you go, we're going to find you. 5 Toasty, thank you for the gifted sub. Rushi Poo, thank you for the 3 months. Welcome back. Run to CG, thank you for the 5 months. Beetle Runner, thank you for the 13 months. Welcome back. Unfilled Hub, thank you for the 3 months. Thanks so much, you guys. I appreciate it. Think, speak, more food videos and dream tacos. Uh-oh. I'm going to save the food ones, so. Theories that Corby posted. What's this? It's called World's Most Dangerous Way to School. The kids do all this stuff just to have an education. Let me see how long this is. It's a series of it's an hour. I want to watch this later though. All right. No. Okay, hold on. What's this? This is a 2-parter. Ah, no. Comedy song. It's gonna be DMC. Yeah, I already knew it. Damn it. Hamster Maze. Who does this? When he's in space. sound effects are kind of awesome. It's like Fall Guys with the hamster. It does look like he's done this before. No. Oh, he put snacks there, huh? Oh, he figured it out. Commando hamster. Let me out! Let me out! This is ridiculous. The hamster's having a more eventful day than I have in the past year. He's just gonna be here for an hour now, right? Go! Go! Wow. That's what happens when you have too much free time in lockdown. He's never gonna... Oh no. The sound effects are great. That sounded like a fail, though. Hams Bond. Are those peas? Or poison? Those are too small to be peas. Is that... hamster snacks? The name of the video, Awesome Hamster Maze with Traps. You won't be able to miss it. It has 69.5 million views. Did you believe that when you were a child you would be watching a hamster run an obstacle course and use all your internet friends? It's actually... it's not shocking to me. Not as much as it probably you think it would be. Agent Hamster on a mission. Those empty rifle casings on that swing. Explosions. This looks like glue sticks for a hot glue gun. There's a cat at the end. You're getting nervous watching it. Give me the food! Why do I hear boss music? Pew! Rat nip. This is, run like hell. A lot of work. That's kind of cool. Subscribe. Oh, he's fine. He gave him a quiche. He got a quiche. No hamster was harmed or stressed in the making of this video. All obstacles are made from paper, cardboard, or soft materials. The whole filming process was under control and absolutely safe for the hamster. What is this? This looks weird. This is gonna be Uncle with the green screen.
Let's get to a Broadway show.
Pretty much.
Kids get this? Oh, they love it. Or maybe you prefer Hawaii. Mukalakahiki. Come on, you want to lay me. Pass the point, mahalo.
This is pretty much gonna be me when I really get some time in. Mess with the green screen a lot.
Or imagine being able to be magically whisked away to Delaware. Hi, I'm in Delaware.
Hi, I'm in Delaware. Videos from YouTube Vids media channel on Discord. I locked it though for today. Have a super hoppy day. Only editors understand. Oh my god.
How to be
3 days later.
What? No! 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 Ah! Wait! Wait! It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Too real. You're triggered.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
That was me earlier tonight. Thank you, Meows, for that submission. Movie versus game characters compared. I want to watch this, but I'm afraid there's gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna open this. I really want to see this, but I might have to click out of it. Oh, I gotta do your favorite thing, an ad. Oh wait. I'll wait till it's over. Zalez, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Happy Sunday to you, too. I'm waiting for this time to be up for those that get the ads. Spit. What? An ad? What's that? And we're almost done. And we're almost done. Not everybody gets ads. It depends where you live. And, you know, if you use things to not get them. Or if you're subbed. All right, we're good. Mortal Kombat movie versus game characters compared. Side by side. Let's see. If there's too much music, I'm gonna have to
got our first
stop
real
it.
glimpse at the upcoming Mortal Kombat movie reboot. And while it looks to provide the same level of satisfyingly gory martial arts action, along with some very familiar characters, a lot of those familiar characters look a little bit different from how they were portrayed in the original game. So let's dive right in and break down some of these differences. At the start of the trailer, we see Jax facing off against Sub-Zero in his tank top / dog tag Special Forces attire, something that doesn't really have a close comparison in the games, but once he gains his bionic metal arms, he looks closer to the Jax we see in Mortal Kombat 9. Shirtless, with grafted metal arms, and dark green pants.
Dang.
It's been confirmed that the Sub-Zero featured in the Mortal Kombat movie is Bi-Han, the original Sub-Zero from the first Mortal Kombat game back in 1992. Obviously, Sub-Zero's aesthetic has changed dramatically since the very beginning of the series, and the version in the movie takes some liberties with the classic ninja look by equipping him with some pretty heavy-duty armor, rather than the blue vest worn over his black ninja gi. Still, the essence of Sub-Zero comes through with the protruding shoulder pauldrons, intricate mask design, and overall bluish hue to the overall costume. Among all of the cast, the Sonya in the
Zalez, thank you for the 1,300 biddies and another 500 biddies. Thank you so much.
movie probably looks the closest to her video game counterpart, at least as far as costume is concerned, sporting a similar tank top to the one she wears in Mortal Kombat 1, though not quite as low cut. She's missing the bandana from the first 3 games, but her hair is tied up in a ponytail, which is a look that she's sported frequently throughout the series in pretty much every game, with the exception of the first 2, Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon, which featured a short-haired Sonya. Scorpion is first introduced in the trailer as Hanzo Hasashi, his human form, which we've seen throughout the games typically sporting a yellow headband. It's basically just Scorpion without the mask and hood. Movie Hanzo ditches the black in favor of a brown gi with a yellow trim. Once he reappears as Scorpion, his look seems primarily inspired by his default costume in Mortal Kombat 11 with a hood that protrudes over his head. It's also important to note that despite being a Shirai Ryu ninja, he clearly is wearing samurai-inspired armor. Kano has always looked like a completely new character in just about every new iteration of Mortal Kombat, so it comes as no surprise that this movie version doesn't really have a close approximation to the games. Notably, he's missing his iconic metal faceplate and glowing red eye, despite using the classic eye laser, which has been his singular defining characteristic through the years, aside from the Australian accent anyway. Early iterations of Liu Kang saw him wearing just a headband and pants, so his movie counterpart clearly takes a lot of inspiration from the Mortal Kombat 11 Liu Kang, sporting the white shirt, red belt, loose-fitting pants, and, in at least one scene, the red headband.
You will not test my faith.
Kung Lao's look in the Mortal Kombat movie is a best-of mashup of his costumes throughout Mortal Kombat history. The game that it seems like it takes the most inspiration from, though, is Mortal Kombat X, specifically his tournament costume. He's got the dragon stitched onto his gi on the left side, the black, blue, and red color motif, and of course, his signature bladed hat. Perhaps the most controversial change in character design is Mileena's. In the games, Mileena's character has always been defined by a monster masquerading behind a disguise of beauty with a mask that hides a horribly grotesque mouth and razor-sharp teeth. We only really get one clear shot of Mileena in the trailer, and while she's definitely got some scars and some slightly pointed teeth that she may want to hide with a mask, it's certainly not at the monstrous levels that it's portrayed as in pretty much every game she's in.
Controversial.
We only see Goro for a few seconds, but in that glimpse, we see a style that's very reminiscent of the Goro from Mortal Kombat X, which trades in the red loincloth for a brown one that has a much more leathery look to it. Likewise, we also don't see much of Raiden, but he's lacking the skin-tight black bodysuit that he almost always wears underneath his usual attire. Other than that, his costume most closely resembles the default Mortal Kombat 11 skin. The good, blue-eye glowing Raiden anyway, not the evil red-eye glowing one.
But I will have sufficient strength.
Shang Tsung is typically portrayed as an unarmored sorcerer wearing robes or some other sort of fancy clothes, so his look in the movie feels very much like its own new thing, with Shang now rocking ornate armor. To be honest, his closest iteration to this new movie is probably the old movie where he was played by Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa. And that's all of the major players in this trailer for the Mortal Kombat movie. Did we miss anything? Let us know in the comments. And for more Mortal Kombat, make sure to check out a
Cool. The title of this already sounds funny. I hope there's no
30 minutes
music.
north of Auckland lies an area known as Riverhead Forest.
Please no
Here,
music.
3 females have travelled to a mating ground known as a nightclub. These females have engaged in an act found only in the humankind. Clubbing. They've caught the attention of 3 males whom are ready to mate. The males approach in the most seductive way they know how. And with that, the mating ritual begins. It's truly a wondrous sight.
It's truly a wondrous sight.
Their first objective is to search for an opening.
An
However,
opening.
This proves difficult as the females keep a tight proximity. They retreat to a safe distance to reassess the situation. Egged on by the others, the youngest
Frolicking
of the
in
3
the
males
forest.
makes the first move.
You're
Young
spot on,
and
Quad.
hopeful, he moves in to strike. However, youth and inexperience play against the youngling. He attempts to connect with them from afar, relying on making eye contact.
Because all their eyes are
Gets
kind of creepy, though.
nothing back for his efforts. The youngling is frightened and out of his element. He retreats back to the other males. The second youngest preps to make his approach. He has
These younglings are all in their 30s.
According to the alpha male, if a male can make physical contact with a female, intercourse is assured. He's gone for it.
He's gone for it.
However, in no way has she reciprocated the gesture, causing the male much concern. He has to act. The male retreats defeated. Any hope the males now have lies with the alpha male. And who could possibly turn this stud down? His confidence is palpable. The females not being aroused by this is simply unimaginable. They do, however, tighten their circle, a clear test, one the males must overcome.
I'm writing the mod.
Even the alpha male has been denied by the females. The males desperately attempt to cover up their defeat. Embarrassed, ashamed, still ridiculously horny, the males retreat to another club. Because, you know, this one was shit anyways.
That's funny. That was good.
When they're mewing a lot.
Dude. It's a comedy video. Don't take it so literally. Jesus. That's a skinny cat for a cat who just had babies. Oh, that's why I didn't want to close that other one, because there was... I shouldn't have closed that other one. There was something funny after the hamster video that I wanted to watch. Let me see if I can find it. Nope, now it's all hamsters. Still all hamsters. Womp, womp, womp. No, I closed it a few tabs ago. Otherwise, I would. I'm looking for the next video I'm going to pick, you guys. Okay, I'm going to click on this. I don't know if I'm going to... I have no idea what it's about.
Okay, slow clap for Dom. Welcome back, everybody. But pretty sizable bullet point here. I'm not really sure who can fantasize about.
Okay.
What is this? Yeah, skip. No. That is a 2.5 hour. What is this thing? Oh, it was a charity event. Okay.
Are you visiting the beautiful city of Vienna, but you do not know how to speak German, yet you would like to blend in? Don't you worry, to become a true Viennese, all you need to know is just one word, Oida. Oida, coming from the word alta, meaning the old one, can be used in any sentence or it can stand on its own. Let's say you wanted to say, I'm confused.
Drindle on board.
I'm hurt. Oida! This is a positive surprise. Oida! I really have to go to the bathroom. Oida! This is exciting. Oida! This is very boring. Oida. I'm lost.
Aga aga.
Oida. You can use Oida to say, did I forget to turn off the stove? Oida? You look stunning today and I didn't expect it. Oida? Stop looking at my boobs. Oida? My team just won. Oida! Vienna is so beautiful. Oida. I had too many schnitzels. Oida. I have been waiting for the bus for 17 minutes and it's still not here. Oida. It's really hard for me to make a decision. Oida. I had too many white wine spritzers and now I know that the earth is actually spinning around itself. Oida. What nonsense are you saying? Oida. I've had a couple of beers.
I've never heard this word, but okay. We get it.
I'm gonna rip out his goddamn eyeball. I'm a flamingo, I'ma rip out your eyeball. I'm a flamingo and I'll get up in your child's eyeball. No more.
No more eyeball. Child bitch. What?
Grandma. Time for grandma. It's time for grandma.
When's the mixtape? Your human body is mine.
Thank you.
Wow. If you guys are new here, well, yeah, there's a thing with flamingos here. That's all I'll say. Lissa, Lissa, thank you for the 14 months. What's up? Welcome back. My face hurts from laughing.
Babe! Babe! I need toilet paper, please. Here.
Oh no.
I have no clothes on.
What the?
That's his.
It's prank time.
Scream.
Hey, babe. Could you turn on the alarm and get a cup of water for me, please?
Alright, they've been me all night long, and I'm getting sick of it, so this drunk passed out.
She sounds drunk
So I
too.
decided to hook up the air horn.
Oh no.
Okay, this will wake him up.
Yo! Just do it. Do it.
Wow.
What the?
That's not even a. That's not even a prank. That's just the dick.
She don't need it! She don't need it!
Wil jij even naar Nick?
Wat moet ik doen?
Zo. Zo.
Wat blieft?
Dat werkt ze mij, dus ik weet niet.
That's messed up. Oh no. No, 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 no. She kicked it! She kicked it!
What the hell? I could have busted you in the face.
Today, I'm gonna find out just how much my husband
I could have busted you in the face. You did!
likes his homegrown chili. Hubbles, underwear, a breadstick. Stick all over the front. Hubbles homegrown hot chili powder.
What?
Now when he comes out, he's got his clothes all laid out neat. How was the bath?
Alright. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Time for a divorce, for real.
What are you doing? Are you filming me? What are you doing? Mate, what have you done? Oh, what?
I'm laughing.
Why?
Mate, look.
That in the water? No way. I hate stuff like that.
Hey, so we're on our way home from the store now, but we kind of got into some trouble and got pulled over, and the officer asked me why I was speeding, and I told him that you fell down and that we had to hurry up and get home to help you. And now he's following us home to make sure that we weren't lying. So can you like lay down in the floor and act like you're hurt?
She stole this from an Italian one. I've seen this. It's way better if I could find the original.
Can you please just do it? Cause yeah, like he's following us home and he's gonna make sure that we weren't lying.
Where's the damn cop?
You're a trooper.
Dude, he is a paraplegic too. Wait a sec. Or did he just happen to have...
Where's the damn cop?
Whoa! 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 Double dang! Hold on, I want to try and find the first one is better. If I could find it. No, I think I typed too many words. Hold on. I know. No, I feel like I have it on my phone. Let me see. Videos.
Okay.
It was a few months ago. No. No. Damn. Hold on. What? I'm checking another group. Oh, here. No. No. Damn. Whatever. It was funny. I tried. Basically, it was the same video, a very similar video, but a dude did it to his girlfriend, and it was even better than that, actually.
You're a trooper.
Jesus Christ!
Some of these look really old.
Quarantine haircut. This is not a good sign, folks. I don't know what happened, but that is not a good sign. This is why I should never, can you see it? Trusted my girlfriend to cut my damn hair.
Omar, someone's calling you. Here. Someone's calling you.
No.
He flailed.
Mama, my friend wants to say hi. Hi. He's right there. Hi. Why is he frozen? I don't know. He wanted to see what you look like. I met him online. Oh. Hi. I don't know why he's frozen. Yeah, this is the guy I met on Tinder. You think he's cute? Hi.
Foda-se! Agora é para escutar o mesmo marrente agora. Deixa eu ver. Deixa eu ver. Ai, não acredito. Como é que tu fizeste isso? Tirou o coisa.
That's... Man, you just can't get
Hey,
scared that
David.
easy. Come on.
Can you give me a drink, please?
What did you call me?
Some of these are really old.
Am I in trouble? What is today?
He's so, that's so fake.
No. It's in there, look.
The water bottle one. Okay, we've seen that for 90 years.
Quick! Sneaker's got out! And I can't get her! Sneaker's got out of her ball! How'd she get out? The top come off, quick, because she's going under the sofa.
Jeez, that's why you got to keep an eye on her.
Well, I was.
The was that? Maybe a heart attack.
What was that though? Because I kind of fast forwarded through the water bottle one, so I didn't see. What, I mean, it's like plastic wrap. Yeah, plastic wrap.
Maybe a heart attack.
Uh-oh. Alvaro616, thank you for the gifted sub. Anime Freak, thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back. Elder Hatch, thank you for the prime. What's up, you guys? I appreciate it. That one was good, because there's no pain involved. The plastic wrap.
And this is how to apply your mask.
Oh no, there's gonna be music, huh?
Pinch just above the nose for a snug fit. And now you're ready to go show off your new mask. You look great.
She knew. She knew. ASMR cat purring. Put the wig on. It's in that. It's not in here. I only have the bunny hat. It's in the other room. That's the whole video. This is the whole video, meows. It's 5.5 minutes of a cat purring. I'm gonna play this when I can't sleep. It's actually making me very relaxed. He's dreaming of catching birds and squirrels. Okay, I'll leave it on until I find the next one. Let's see what this is. Okay.
The United Nations released a report this week that says, among other things, more than 1 million species of plants and animals are facing extinction, which is a scary thing that we will do nothing about. And you know, if pizza was in danger of going extinct, we would go nuts. We'd band together to protect our national pepperoni reserves. But this is something we need to act on. So to raise awareness, we went on the street, we asked people if they're worried about one endangered species in particular, Homo sapiens, which, of course, are humans, are us. And we asked humans if they care about the extinction of humans, and this is what we got back.
It's a big hot-button issue right now in the environmental community. Are the Homo sapiens worth saving? What's your take?
Yes.
Why is that?
Just because there's a lot of animals that are extinct now that were amazing back in the day, but like dinosaurs, they extinct. And someday we could look back and be like, oh, we didn't save them, the Homo sapiens, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't save them, so like maybe they could be like the next dinosaur. Because the dinosaurs hunted, they killed each other and other creatures, so.
We're not worth
you're
it.
Saying, let's not let the Homo sapiens become like the dinosaurs?
Kinda.
We have to find a way to live with the Homo sapiens in a way where we don't, they don't affect us, we won't affect them, kind of like in a separation type of way.
I don't know what a Homo sapien is. If they're going extinct, that's very sad, but at the end of the day, I don't care.
It's not the fact that I don't like Homo sapiens, it's just that we've always lived without them, so we don't know anything at all.
What would you be willing to give up to save the Homo sapiens?
Great question.
Thank you.
I think you just give with your heart. You give what you feel. Really.
Would you do $100 a month?
I would say probably 50.
Have you ever seen a Homo sapien?
You don't want to know. Yeah, I saw one once at the zoo.
Describe it.
Furry.
Yep.
Big.
Mm-hmm.
Gorilla looking. He was picking his whatchadilly.
He was?
Yeah.
I've never seen one.
Okay. That's what it takes to make 400 bowls of ramen from scratch.
Toppings, tare, soup, and thyme. It's difficult for all 6 of those to be put together, so when you eat a bowl of ramen with all 6 of those elements in perfect balance, it really touches your soul and takes you to a magical place.
Yes, it does.
My name is Keizo Shimamoto, and I love ramen. I've been making it for over 10 years, and I've probably eaten over 10,000 bowls in my life. Started making ramen 10 years ago in Japan. I moved to New York and created the ramen burger, and that sort of went into the creation of Ramen Shack. We wheeled it out every weekend just to serve ramen for one day. After Ramen Shack closed, the oldest existing ramen shop in New York City, Rai Ken asked me to do a one-time special dinner, and I jumped at the opportunity. The dinner is 5 days away, but the amount of time that goes into that, I mean, we're talking 400 bowls for one dinner. There is a lot of work to do. It's going to take me 5 days.
Dustin L, thank you for the $3.99. Alvaro616, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome. Welcome to my stream.
Days to prep for this dinner. The first element of ramen is noodles. For the noodles, we start with the water and kansui. So kansui is the type of salt that really adds that firm springiness that you get with a ramen noodle. For my recipe of my noodles, I combine a blend of 3 or 4 different flours and put in a little egg powder and just put it in the mixer and just let it run. Ramen noodles have such a low percentage of water. A couple drops of water can change everything. Although the machine is mixing the flour, I'm still using all my senses to really check and see if it's forming. I'll touch it, I'll feel it, I'll squeeze it. Playing with the dough is almost like playing with wet sand at the beach. So we lift up the mixer and start putting it through the machine and make sheets.
Whoa.
This process is pretty dangerous. You have these big rollers that are heavy. This is probably the most important part of having a machine do it rather than doing it by hand, because it allows you to make more portions faster and efficiently. So when we take the first sheet and we split it into two and then we put it through the machine again, that's the kneading process. I always watch and stare at all these rolls because it's kind of soothing. It's almost like my therapy. We let it rest for at least 30 minutes. After that, we stretch out the dough. We incrementally adjust the width of the roller to press it and thin it out. As the sheet gets rolled thinner, it passes through the cutter, which creates our ramen noodles. And as the noodle comes down, there's certain timing it gets cut and you have to catch it, roll it, put it in the case, and then every so often you also have to weigh it because we want to have it a consistent portion. So it's a very rhythmic job. You can get ahead of yourself and start dropping noodles, so you really have to find that rhythm and just work to the beat.
Just give me a beat. Look how perfect those folds are.
So now that the noodles are done, we'll just let them rest until the day of the event. In Japanese, there's a term called nekaseru, which means to sleep. So when the noodles sleep, then they just get better, just like humans. The second element of ramen is infused oils. For one of my ramen bowls, I will be making a niboshi infused oil. So niboshi is the dried sardine or dried anchovy. I would take off the heads. The guts will get thrown out. The body will go into my dashi, and the heads will be used in my niboshi oil. So we gotta bring the oil up, put the scallions in first. The scallions have water in them, so it really kind of makes this explosion. So it's very dangerous and you gotta be careful. Then we add the niboshi heads and we wait until it gets a brownish coloring. There is definitely a certain point. If you start to smell it, you start to see the change, that's when you know it's done. The third element of ramen is toppings. I'm actually going to be serving 8 different bowls of ramen.
Ooh, look at that
so
whetstone.
There's a lot of different toppings that go into these. The chashu is definitely probably the most common topping in ramen. I think I'm making about 100 pounds of chashu just for this event. So the pork belly comes in a slab. Each fourth will get rolled and used. With any type of raw meat, you have your warm hands touching it and there's possibility of it spoiling. So it's best to go as fast as you can. I'm 4 times as fast as I used to be when I started. It really helps because like being fast, but also being good at what you're doing is key. So after I roll them, we boil them in just hot water. That takes out all the impurities of the pork. Once we boil them, then we take them out and then boil them separately in a soy sauce marinade. And we basically just let it sit in there overnight. Another topping that I have to prep is menma, bamboo shoot. So after a quick rinse, I lay them out inside a container. It's important to me that they're straight because then they can bring a nice symmetry to the bowl. So then I put the marinade in, which is a blend of soy sauce and sugars and mirin and sake. So the menma is cold, but this marinade goes in hot. It allows the menma to soak it up immediately. By the time of the event, the menma will taste perfect.
Whoa, hottie meter,
I've
thank
made
you
all the noodles for
the
400
50
servings,
gifted subs. Thank you so
100
much.
pounds
I
of
appreciate
pork
it. Thank
belly,
you, thank you, thank you.
And it's still only just half the toppings, so I still have a lot of work to do tomorrow. All right, it's day 2. The first thing we'll do is check on the pork. So when I start taking them out, I'm looking for the right color, that dark soy sauce color. Really smell
ramen.
the chashu. The smell is amazing.
Me
It's
too.
like a
The name of the
Mount
video.
Fuji. After the pork.
The name of the video is What It Takes to Make 400 Bowls of Ramen from Scratch. Tasty. There's the link.
Pork belly chills for a bit. We then cut them into slices. So when I cut it and it's got that perfectly round spiral shape,
Yum.
you get a little bit of a pinkish color. That's really what I'm looking for. So at the event, I'm gonna torch it, but for right now, I'll set them aside in the fridge. Now I'm gonna start working on my eggs. So poking a hole in the egg also will release any trapped air inside. So that air being released will make the egg become more perfect egg shape. Once
What?
the water comes to a boil, I'll insert all the eggs, and I end up stirring it for the first minute or so because it lets the trapped air come out from the egg, and also it will center the yolk. At the 7-minute mark, we shock them in ice water, and this allows the cooking process to stop. I want to go as fast as possible, but at the same time, I don't want to break the eggs. After I peel all the eggs, they go into another marinade of soy sauce and sugar and meating. Then they'll sit for a few days up until the day of the event. So the last topping that I'll make today is
how
the
perfectly
spinach.
cut the
So
spinach
it's important
is.
to wring out all the water because when I put the spinach onto my bowl of ramen, I want the spinach to absorb the flavor of the soup rather than the reverse. Like if you go too fast, then you might damage the spinach. I'm making a ton of toppings for my bowl of ramen, but every single topping has an important purpose. Well, Naruto is a critical piece because Naruto tells the customer this is ramen. So after all my toppings, it's time to work on another important part. The fourth element of ramen is the soup. Soup is like the soul of the bowl. And I start off with the pork feet and pork backbone, and I'll cook those first. So once those finish cooking, I'll add chicken back, chicken feet. And also I'll put in a bunch of different vegetables from potato to ginger to onion. And all of this is happening in a big pot, and I'm letting it get thicker and thicker. Once those are all boiled together, I'll take a giant whisk and I'll attach it to my drill, and I'll just blend it for a few minutes just to get a nice creamy texture and break down all the bones.
Wow.
Straining it definitely is the longest process. Like,
dude,
you
how
have
many
to
times?
sift it by hand, 1 or 2 scoops at a time, because it's almost cement-like, and you have to guide it through the strainer. Gravity won't help at this point. So by the time this soup is done, I mean, it's very thick, but it's also very flavorful. This soup has 13 ingredients and takes over 6 hours to make. If you add that up to all the other toppings and all the other prep, this bowl of ramen will have 100 ingredients and 100 hours of work put into it. I hope people are going to like it.
That's love, man.
Today's the big day, and I've definitely been looking forward to this day.
The cartilage and those pieces of meat you use are what gives it a lot of the good flavor that you want,
because
and
I
the
spent
consistency.
a lot of time visualizing serving all 400 bowls. So when we first arrived, I just unloaded everything, checking out their noodle boiler, the candy stoves, and over the weekend, I also finished prepping all the other toppings for the other bowls. The fifth element of ramen is the tare flavoring, and I actually made that a few weeks ago because it takes a long time to mature. The challenges of a pop-up is definitely cooking in a space that's not yours, so it's really just trying to fit my puzzle into theirs. Even though I've prepared all my food and all my ingredients, I still need to know how to prepare my ramen with their equipment. So for this event, you know, I have a few former staff coming to help out, but I also have some ramen fans from around the country that just want to work. There's a guy from Austin, Texas, a guy from Cincinnati, Ohio, a guy from Providence, Rhode Island, and a guy from Washington, D.C. To have so much passion around a dish and fly from around the country, I think it's amazing.
Ramen pilgrimage.
Guys, November 12th. It's been 7.5 months since Ramen Shack closed. I mean, everyone misses it, I miss it, and today is going to be very special. It might get crazy, but let's just enjoy it. And we got about 400 portions, I think, so let's try and sell out. We got already a line out the door. Let's just have fun, enjoy it, and eat good ramen, feed good ramen to these people. And I guess that's it. Let's go. Let's Ramen Shack. 1, 2, 3. Ramen Shack! The moment the doors opened, it took less than a minute for the whole shop to be filled. Just knowing that the people want Ramen Shack, it's a good feeling. The first order came in, and it was for...
The name of the video is What It Takes to Make 400 Bowls of Ramen from Scratch. There's a link.
For my classic shoyu. When we make a bowl of ramen for service, each bowl has a certain order that needs to be followed. And this is where the final sixth element, timing, comes into play. I'll start by heating up the bowl. As the bowl is heating, I'll start warming up the soup. So I have a certain amount of time to do things in between. Then before I start with the tare, I'll drop the noodles. The noodles take about a minute, and within that minute, I want to finish up putting in the tare, the oils, the black pepper, and the yuzu juice. Once that's done,
Ooh,
the
he
soup
puts
will
yuzu
be hot
in it.
enough to pour into the bowl. The second that that minute is up, I take the noodles out of the boiler, and I let it sit there for a while so all the water drains out, and then I'll start shaking it. If that water is left in the noodle and you put it into your soup, it'll dilute the flavor, so you don't want that.
Oh man, I want to
Starting now,
try
we have
this.
1 minute to get this bowl in front of the customer. And you need to fold the noodle to give it a plating surface. Otherwise, the toppings could sink in and you might not see them. We place the chashu, mema, and spinach, then the naruto, and the nori, and the egg. The noodles will start to change texture the longer you leave it sitting. So we want it to get to the customer while it still tastes good. After the first bowl, every order that comes in, it just starts to become a dance. Soup, noodles, topping, soup, noodles, topping, grabbing a bowl, putting the soup, putting the noodles.
Noodle,
like it's
topping.
just repeated over and over again. Like it's organized
Noodle,
chaos of
topping.
a ramen shop. I love it.
I love it too.
One of the bowls I'm serving is a different variation of ramen called tsukemen. It's a thicker noodle that cooks for 7 minutes, and then it gets rinsed and shocked in cold water, then plated separately from the ganja broth. And
yes.
ganja broth is a whole different story.
Oh.
The noodles and the broth are separate, and the noodles are actually cold, and you dip them in a hot soup. 4 hours in was still pretty intense. Like the crowd was getting bigger. It's below freezing outside. The wait was like 3 or 4 hours to get a bowl. Crazy.
Hell no.
Like even though you're
No
tired,
way.
you know, you're hungry, you're thirsty, you want to use the bathroom, but I seen all these familiar faces and people enjoying having Ramen Shack back for one night. That's what keeps you going. Each bowl has
3 to 4 hour wait.
its own personality. I'm sort of giving birth to that bowl and letting it become
What? So like,
one
what
with
do you
the
do
customer.
with pop-up shops? What do? You go eat and then you go stand in a line for 3 hours until you're ready for your next meal.
As the bowl starts to assemble itself piece by piece, it comes alive.
Quad. Soup noodle topping song.
We anticipated closing at 10 p.m. and getting that last order out. I think it was already past 11 p.m. For the first time in 8 hours, I could finally take a rest. My team was very hungry. They couldn't eat because we were busy, and I was able to cook a bowl for each member of my team. To see their faces after working so hard, that was pretty special.
Oh, looks so good.
If I had a chance to bring back the Ramen Shack with these people, then I would do it in a heartbeat. The final bowl of the night was for me, and it was actually the bowl that was on the secret menu called Jiraigen. That final bowl felt like the last 10 years were worth it. Today is also my birthday.
Oh,
I spent the
so
day
wholesome.
cooking and eating ramen, and I really couldn't imagine it being any better than that.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I hope this guy. I want to look this guy up because that was December 2019. Okay. So, poised to come back in 2020. Bad timing. Bad timing. I'm trying to look. It looks like he's cooking. I mean, it looks like he's doing all right. Go ramen, living the ramen dream. Okay. Oh, this is super old. Okay, I don't know why I can't open up his account, but it looks like he's doing all right. Let me see. Go ramen, Ramen Shack, New York. Shimamoto noodle. Made in New York. Thank you for being. I can't because you know now they make if you're on the browser they make you log in, so I'm not logged in here. This was me. Okay, now it might. Come on. This is me. It's giving me a hard time. It's not letting me open. But I'll look later. Or I'll just look on my phone. But I won't be able to show it to you guys. Go ramen. Shimamoto noodle. Oh, that's so he had a separate noodle business that had to shut down. He announced in December. That sucks. But he has Ramen Shack, which nope, doesn't look like it's open. Last thing he put was someday somewhere. When was this, Hunter? Yeah, no. Dude, that sucks. I hope he's able to bounce back this year. Noodles, oh man. It's really make me hungry. Boom. New job. Wait, he posted something. New job? When was this? 3 weeks ago. I've started a new job. What do you think it is? He doesn't, and then he doesn't say. Come on, tell us. Oh, he says listen to the podcast to find out. Way of Ramen. He moved to California. What? He left New York because of COVID. Oh, don't tell me he opened up in LA. We're discovering this together. Hold on. He tagged. He has a new company. Look at Discord. Thank you, Quad. All right. Quad hit me with something. It's been a long... Okay, he has a new noodle company. Anyways, that's cool. He's going to be opening something. March 24th was the last thing he wrote on Twitter. We'll have to keep looking out for that. Isn't California as bad as New York? I mean, this is his personal decision, so who knows? Like, we not going to assume why he made that choice. Qbert401, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome to my stream. All right, you guys. I'm going to call it because I am going to attempt something crazy tomorrow. Yep. Tomorrow, I am going to attempt to do 4 recipes on stream. 4. So, there's a few things that I want to do to prepare myself because I feel like the first few hours are going to go really great and then I'm going to lose steam inevitably, naturally. So, yeah, first of all, I spent like several hours yesterday figuring out what I was going to be making. So now I need a checklist and I also want to do some audio troubleshooting. I don't know how far I'll get. And I have to get a few more ingredients still as well. So, that's it for me. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I will be back tomorrow. I am adulting, that's right. I'm being good. And then maybe you guys will not vote for me on Tuesday to watch videos and we can play some Sekiro. And hopefully we'll get around to the Sonic Speedrun Challenge with more Chris on Tuesday as well. Let's see what happens. But for now, I am going to raid Fluffy. And once again, just a reminder, I will be finally taking a vacation. So I will be back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. More than likely not on Thursday, and for sure not from Friday for 10 days. So, there you go. Thanks for hanging out. Let's raid Fluffy, you guys. Oh, why did that happen? Did I get logged out of my own chat? Okay, now it's working. That's strange. Is it ready? Is it happening? All right, let's get this number up. 4 seconds. You guys ready to raid? Hit him with the hype or RSF emote. Everybody, when you enter Fluffy's chat, give him a follow, check him out, hang out for a while. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.